Ghouls. For this video I thought I would talk about the fact that I was at the very first ever Download Festival. I'd actually kind of forgotten about that until I was talking to my partner about it, and he was like, oh, that's a really cool memory, you should maybe like do a video about it so you don't ever forget. And I was like, that's a great idea. So yeah, because obviously it's still going. I haven't been to it since the very first one. I keep meaning to go, but I've either not had enough money or had other things going on. So there's also been a case of there's not really been that many bands that I've really wanted to see at a Download Festival, so I haven't been since. I've had a look online, mainly on like YouTube, to see if I could find any. I've also looked in some forums as well to see if I could find any footage from Download Festival for like the bands that I did see, and I haven't really found anything. I mean, obviously the very first Download Festival was 2003, so we're talking 22 years ago, which is insane to say out loud. But yeah, I was a little teen when I went, and I went with a group of friends. I think 3 of us travelled down and then met up with everybody else because a lot of them were like camping. I don't even think I speak to any of those people anymore. I mean, we're talking 22 years ago. But yeah, I travelled down with my best friend at the time and then my other friend, and there was only a couple of bands that I really wanted to see, but I don't even know how it happened, but we just ended up with download tickets. I think it was just like an idea of one of my friends because everybody else was going, so then we just bought, like, we only went for the day, by the way. I went for the Saturday. So the bands that were playing that day that I saw, I'll put up a poster of it because I did manage to find a poster of all of the bands that played, because a lot of the ones that I found originally were incomplete. I don't know why there's more of those posters than there are of the actual poster, but there we go. But yeah, that was the full lineup. So the bands that I saw obviously on the Saturday, the 31st of May, were, I managed to see, I missed Queen Adrena, which I was really sad about because I did really like Queen Adrena. I only like one song, but you know. Funeral for a Friend, briefly. Got to see, I think I got there for the end of their set potentially. I did see Amen. They were pretty good. I wasn't like a big fan of Amen, my friends were, so we went to see them. They were okay. I did see a little bit of Soil. I wasn't really that into them. Like, I think they only ever had like 2 hits, didn't they? I only remember one, if I'm honest. I saw a little bit of Reef, but not a lot because I was queuing up to see someone else. I only liked one Reef song, and weirdly enough we just got it on our playlist at work, which is really weird because it's like, how old now? I did see quite a bit of Him as well. I didn't think they were that great, I'm not gonna lie. Just a lot of smoking on stage, a bit of stumbling, and the vocals weren't great, I'm not gonna lie. But obviously that tent was full because everyone had a massive crush on Billy Vallow, is that how you say his name? So yeah, I wasn't that impressed, so I ended up leaving that. I don't think I saw Taproot. The main reason I went was for Murder Dolls, and of course I saw Murder Dolls and they were amazing. I saw Murder Dolls live so many times as a teenager. I was completely besotted with that band. I still think they're cool, I still listen to them on occasion. But yeah, that was the main reason why I wanted to go. Like, everybody else was like, oh yeah, we're going for the whole weekend, and I was like, I don't mind just going for the day, as long as I get to see Murder Dolls. So yeah, I saw Murder Dolls. I didn't see In Me because they played a local show where I lived anyway, so I'd already seen them, and they were okay. They were a pretty decent band. I just wasn't that bothered. So I spent all that time, like over, well, I think it was over 2 hours, in this scorching hot 30-degree sun, which in the UK is quite hot, with no sunblock on. Got severe sunburn and heat stroke because I was queuing up to meet the Murder Dolls. I did not meet the Murder Dolls. I got right next to the tent finally, and then they closed the queue. So I didn't get to see them. Well, I kind of did technically, because for some weird reason they were told like, oh yeah, you guys are done now, like move along, because they obviously wanted to get a different band in the signing tent. And I'm pretty sure it was Joey Jordison himself who just lifted up the side of the tent where I was stood, and he just looked at me and was like, oh hey guys. And then Wednesday was like, what are you doing? We were just stood there like, oh hello. And then everybody just rushed forwards, so I was just like, yeah, I don't want to get crushed. So I kind of stepped back, but that was a cool moment that I did not expect to happen. I don't know why he did that. God rest his soul. That man was such a sweet man. I hate seeing how he was treated. He was so mistreated, it was unreal. Like, he dealt with a lot of crap, and I'm actually really pissed off with Slipknot on how they treated Joey Jordison. When you actually watch what happened to him, like, I'm really pissed off with them. I'm like, how can you do that to someone that was in your band for so long, who clashed to his family? Anyway, that was a really cool moment. That was like my favourite, like, peak of my teens. I did see a little bit of Real Big Fish, but it was literally the end of their set when I'd finished queuing up. I don't think I saw Ministry. I don't remember if I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I did see Deftones. They were really good. Even though that was still the stage where like he was overstraining his voice. I think it was slightly before he got... Was it throat cancer? Did he get throat cancer? There's rumours that he had throat cancer. I don't remember if he actually did. But yeah, then I saw Marilyn Manson, and I was actually kind of impressed with his show, and I hate to say it, I was. It was the time of Golden Age of Grotesque. I think that had just come out, and I really liked the imagery for it as well. But yeah, it was actually really good. I was quite impressed with his show. I wouldn't be now. I obviously with everything going on with him, I just, no thank you. And then, yeah, the main headliner was Iron Maiden. Yeah, I've never been an Iron Maiden fan. And I'm definitely still not an Iron Maiden fan. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how long it had been since they'd toured or done anything. I have absolutely no idea. Sorry if my camera's moving, my dog's knocking it. But yeah, I was stood there and I was right at the back, so obviously it's a big open field. And I was like, okay, I'll have a look, see, you know. And I was just stood there like this. They were awful. They were so bad. He was monstrously out of breath. That's why I assumed they hadn't performed for a while. I feel like they did only just come back. I could be wrong. I need to look into it. But they were terrible. And I saw, like, you know, your typical Iron Maiden fan from back then was like, you know, an older gentleman, big beard probably, you know, wearing Iron Maiden merch from head to toe. And I was watching these men walk away, shaking their heads. And I was like, yeah, it's not that good, is it? And I just felt really bad for them, because I was like, they're headliners, and these people are obviously like die-hard fans, and they were just like, ooh, this is bad. So yeah, I kind of stood and watched it for a bit, and then I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go home now. You know, yeah, it was a really good time. I can't believe how long ago it was. That's absolutely insane to me. I think I only have one picture of me at that festival, and it's this one. Let's all have a giggle at my dyed black hair, roots growing through, and the fact that I didn't used to go over my eyebrows, so I look like I don't have any. But yeah, I was like in my Murder Dolls world, so I would always just wear pink and black, like pink and black, or red and black, obviously, because they were the Murder Dolls colours. So I'm pretty sure that's not bad contrast. I'm pretty sure it is pink that I'm wearing there. But yeah, that was my other friend that I went with, that I still like see sometimes, and the boy sitting there, it's a very strange story, but I met a couple of friends all the way back then through like message boards and chat rooms, because they were like a big thing when I was a teenager, obviously, because the internet was like this new thing. And yeah, the Murder Dolls obviously had a message board. Show my age now, I don't even think the message boards exist anymore. But yeah, they had a message board where you could post pictures and start conversations and everything else, and people could post on there. And yeah, I met 2 people on that site, one of which still follows me on Instagram, and I met him as well, but later on, I think. I don't know how much later on, it must have been quite a while later on. Michael. Hi Michael. You're not having my coat. You always say you're gonna steal my coat. You're not gonna steal my coat. That's a little in-joke between us. But yeah, I met Michael on there, and I met this guy. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't speak to him anymore. I haven't seen him in about as long, probably about 20 years more. Really wanting to meet up with me, and I was like terrified because like it was the internet. So I was smart about it. Whenever I met someone online, I was very smart, and I was like, well, you can't get more public than at a festival. So yeah, I went with my friends and I said where I was standing, and then I think I did give him my number though, but you could block people quite easily back then. In fact, I probably only had a pay-as-you-go, so it didn't really matter, did it? I could just get rid of the number and get a new one. But anyway, yeah, he called me, and I was looking for someone on the phone, and I saw him, and I was like, I see you. And then, yeah, we hung out for the whole day, and he did end up being my boyfriend for like 0.3 of a minute, you know, as teenagers do. But he lived really far away, I remember that much. And it turned out that he had a girlfriend when he met me that day and never told me, because he spent the entire day with me. Bit naughty. I mean, we were very young teenagers, so like whatever, but still. Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, it was such a weird festival. Obviously I was really anxious about that part, and then I got that out of the way, and then I was just like, right, I want to see my favourite band. Got that out of the way, and then got horribly sunburnt. Got quite ill after that. But yeah, it was a really good time. It seemed like quite a big festival back then, but now I see other people's vlogs, and it is humongous now. Like absolutely mega humongous. I don't remember it, like, yes, it was big, but I don't remember it being that big. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like they have extended it quite a bit in the 20 odd years that it's been going. Well, 22 years now, easily. But yeah, I would potentially go again in the future. It does appeal to me. It's just having money to go, having time off to go, and bands that I want to see being there. Do you know what I mean? Because I need to warrant spending that much money on myself. So yeah, that's just my little video, just to, you know, preserve memories from 22 years ago. That is insane to me. Like I say, I didn't find any footage, unfortunately, so I'm really sad, and I do not have anything from that day, because I don't even know what kind of camera I would have had. It probably would have been one of those, what do you call them, the wind-up camera things. I probably just had one of those. I probably do have photos somewhere, I'd have to have a look, but I doubt they turned out very well, because those cameras were notorious for not turning out, and you didn't know until you took them all the way to wherever and got them developed, and then you'd be horribly disappointed with all your thumb pictures. Blurry pictures, ones that just were black and didn't actually come out at all, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you have ever been to like the first ever of a festival that is now like notorious, or if you went to Download that long ago, or if you go to Download now, let me know. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!